Before the school year started, it was probably 2 or 3 days before the school year started, we had a chance to gather as a faculty with our senior leaders. They came back early before registration. And we had a moment out on Marion Field when I had a chance to share a little context for how this project came together. And really the theme of those comments was all about relationships. And it was about the Johnson family and their relationship with Cardigan Mountain School dating back to the mid-1970s. And it was about the Johnson family and their relationship with the Wakely family that went back through that time. And the power and impact and commitment of these two families over that time in so many ways for Cardigan has been just remarkable. And we are now the beneficiaries, and future generations of Cardigan students and families and faculty members will enjoy a significantly upgraded student-faculty locker area. I think an area that probably hadn't seen much in the way of improvement since it was first built. And here we're standing in the Johnson Wakely Fitness Center, which is an absolutely magnificent addition to the school. And so I shared with my colleagues and with our students just what these families have meant to Cardigan over the years. And at that time, we raised our glasses and gave a toast to all of you on a beautiful summer night. But for now, just as a big thank you to both the Johnson family and the Wakely family, please join me in saying thank you to these folks. On registration day, and actually we had registration day over the course of 2 days, but when our returning students came back and they stepped foot in the locker area and they came up here, I wish I could bottle the excitement and enthusiasm that we were hearing and feeling that day. They just couldn't get over the absolutely incredible improvements to these facilities and to their lives at Cardigan. And it was a wonderful, wonderful day. I got off the phone about 20 minutes ago with Coach Marion. And Coach is at home, and we were chatting a little bit. He and Connie have experienced some health issues of late, and I was just checking on Coach. He left me a message this afternoon. I was checking on him, and I mentioned that I was going to be doing this, and I said, Coach, is there anything you'd like to pass along? And he said, in typical Coach fashion, give everyone my very best, and I look forward to seeing everyone here tomorrow. So if you're here tomorrow in the afternoon, Coach Marion is planning to be here. Now I'm going to introduce, I think, the luckiest guy at Cardigan, the guy that I've said, I don't want to hear another request out of you for another 2 or 3 years. And actually, in the same breath with Coach Marion, who, as we all know, is an absolute legend in this community, I could not think of a better person to fill his shoes than Ryan Frost. He's been a superb athletic director for Cardigan Mountain School, and Ryan's going to talk a little bit about the benefits of these new spaces for us.
Thank you, and thanks for that introduction. I appreciate it. Dr. John Ratey of Harvard University wrote a research book recently called Spark, The Revolutionary New Science of Exercising the Brain. In this, his findings pointed him to the conclusion that moving our muscles produces protein that travels through our bloodstream and into the brain. These proteins provide a pivotal role of the mechanisms in our highest level of thoughts and processes. It's with that we think of why this space has been such an important part of our community, why our athletics and the upgrades that we've gotten through this are going to provide even greater learning for our boys, not just in athletics, but the ability for them to learn throughout the day, burn off some of that energy that they always have at this age group and really push forward. To quote a few students, as Dave did a little bit, wow, amazing, speechless. We even had an alum this afternoon who came to me and just said, I have nothing to say, speechless. The space's transformational is an understatement. This is just an amazing place. What we wanted to do was make sure that it was top notch. I think we did that, and we greatly surpassed that. We wanted to make sure that it was a space that awed people. And with that, the effect it's going to have on the students now is amazing. The boys are working out, they're excited, they're happy, they're exercising regularly, they're waiting every day to when can I get in the weight room? When can I go down to the new facility? The effects on the faculty and staff, somebody said earlier tonight, there is no excuse for a faculty member to be overweight on this campus right now. So with that said, the faculty and staff are healthy.
Look at the new dining room.
Dave has mentioned the new dining room is probably counteractive towards that. But the faculty and staff retention and the effect on that will be you can't measure it. The alumni, we've had alumni contact us and call us, hey, can I join the new fitness club? Can I join and come and work out at the new facility? And admissions, the transformation for admissions. I mean, walking a student and his family through here, and you watch them walk through, they're also experiencing that wow factor and that open mouth experience of, this is unbelievable. And I've never seen this in any other place. So that is going to continue to transform the school. With that, I want to thank personally the Johnson family and their relationship with the Wakeleys and the bond that was formed so many years ago that has led us to this day. And so thank you to them. I'd like to thank my staff for all their work this summer, helping bring forward all the needs and transform this and make this happen, and also for all the work they did to get us ready for tonight. I'd like to thank Ingrid, Paul, and Steve for all their help this summer. I'd like to thank the entire Cardigan community for everything that made this happen. Particularly, I want to thank Tim Jennings and my family. This is a busy summer for all of us, and without Tim, I couldn't have done this. It's amazing to watch all that Tim does, and I really appreciate Tim Jennings more so than I ever did before because of all the things that he does on this campus, and on top of that, all the buildings that are going on right now through the great fundraising. But above all else, again, I'd like to give another round of applause to the Johnson family for this wonderful gift and this transformational gift for our school and what it's going to mean for us now and for the many, many years to come. So again, thank you to the Johnsons.
I have two remarks. One is a thanks and one is a celebration. I'm going to do them in reverse order. I want to celebrate leadership with everyone in this room. The Johnsons really stepped up when it mattered a year ago. They challenged us 4 or 5 years before that to demonstrate leadership at Cardigan. We took that bit in our mouths, we ran with it. We have a great, strong board. We have terrific school leadership, athletic leadership, great faculty, and now we're seeing the benefit of that. People are investing in Cardigan again, and it's all about leadership and partnership. Did I say that right from Texas? Great partnerships. So I know we're in this game for the long haul, and I hope you'll stay our partners. So many, many thanks to the Johnson family and to your parents who are not here with us today to celebrate. So what Dave didn't tell you when he referred to my father's remarks the other day was there were actually 3 pieces. It was, if you're not prepared, do 3 things. Say thanks, celebrate, and then reopen the bar. So I'm not going to reopen the bar. I'm going to give Dave the podium so we can have a toast. Then we'll reopen the bar and you can all go back to having a great time tonight. Thank you.
Before we reopen the bar, I've asked our Director of Spiritual Life, Dr. Elizabeth Perryman, Craig Johnson's telling me stop talking, to provide a blessing for this wonderful space, and then we'll have some final comments.
Thank you. And then we'll open the bar. Okay. These are hard acts to follow. But I am honored to be with you this evening. I'm looking forward to meeting those of you who I have not met yet. It is a big time. It is a time that I think we take a minute to pause, to celebrate, yes, and also to say thank you, not only to the Johnsons, the Wakeleys, and everyone who's been so instrumental in this, but also to look beyond ourselves to greater power. So I ask you now to join me in the spirit of prayer or in reflection as we say thank you. Gracious God, as we stand in the midst of this impressive facility, we know that it is so much more than a beautiful building. Within these walls and on the playing fields, generations of boys will not only build strong muscles, but also build strong characters. As they work hard and play hard, win some and lose some, may they grow into young men whose lives will reflect your spirit and exemplify the values of Cardigan Mountain School, both on and off the playing fields. We ask your blessing upon this space and upon every athlete, every coach, every official, and visitor who enters here. May the legacy of the benefactors who provided this space be extended into the world by the lives they have touched by their generosity and example. As the boys grow strong in body, mind, and spirit, may they use that strength in your service to make the world a better place for their being in it. Amen.
I've asked Craig and Clayton if they'd like to say a word or two.
On behalf of the Johnson family, my parents weren't able to be here, but for some insight on why it is the Johnson Wakely facility, my father did not want to have just our name on it because he believes in so much of what Norman and Beverly have done that they wanted their name next to ours. So that is why it is the Johnson Wakely facilities. And I think it turned out wonderfully, and I think it's a future that this school needs to have. And on behalf of everybody that graduated from here, I think we ought to try to get back in this school and go back to school.
Well done, brother. One of the other reasons why we've been committed to Cardigan for many years. The relationship that the Johnson family has with the Wakely family goes back to 1977, 76, when I was dropped off in a raging rainstorm in the fall of September to be a 7th grader here at Cardigan. Beverly Wakely looked at my mother and said, we'll take care of him. And they've done that ever since. It's been great. It's been a unique relationship from a family from New Hampshire and a family all the way from Houston, Texas. Padna. But it's been great. Our relationship with Cardigan is very instrumental, and we will continue to be very supportive. But and Skylar Peck, thank you very much for getting us back involved here. You were instrumental in getting us back involved. And yes, it was 6-7 years ago that we saw something that we wanted to change, and Diane and David, you've done a great job, and we're going to be here and can support it for the years to come. But the financial impact that this facility and the refit of the Kenderson Athletic Facility is something that my father was adamant about because we felt like it wasn't finished. When we first did the Wakely Center with the hockey rink and everything, we ran out of money. And fortunately, there was an event, and we were able to support, and we wanted to finish what we started. We wanted to finish a building and a facility that was in respect of what Norman Wakely and Beverly Wakely had done here for their years and years and years of service at Cardigan. For many of you that are anywhere around my age know exactly what Beverly and Norman did for Cardigan over those 30 and 35 years of their service here. So, Norman, thank you. Beverly, where's Beverly? Thank you for everything you've done for me and the family. And we look forward to many more successful years of Cardigan, and we need more construction going on. So thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Okay, so now I think it's time to raise a glass and cheers to Cardigan and cheers to the Johnson Wakely Fitness Center. Cheers.